Hey guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid review AP16, and I'm doing a quick wristwatch check first, wearing the Milgauss. That's the one, the Milgauss. I'm wearing my Milgauss. Here we go. Dear Archie, can you please call me by my nickname, Rad? First, I'd like to say thanks for providing countless hours of entertainment. People seek your advice and opinion, and you keep it brutally honest, even if it's not something we want to hear. So I'm taking the plunge and asking you to review my watch collection. I'm treading out of my comfort zone as I'm really a private person, but here we go. Hopefully this will be fun. It'll be a fun change of pace for you, as this is a woman's collection. A little information about me. I'm in my mid-30s, of Indian descent. I've moved around the world a fair bit and now live in Hong Kong. I'm single, never been married, and no kids, but I do have a wonderful dog. So my particular circumstances have afforded me the opportunity to save money in ways that I would otherwise not have been able to do. 8 is a very lucky number for the Chinese, as you probably know, since you've traveled to Asia on numerous occasions. Yes, just tell that to Boeing and the 737-800 Maxis. So I've sent you 80 US via PayPal, and I hope that your YouTube channel grows. Thank you so much, Rad. I have no expectation for the governor's governor to do shit for free, since time is money. And you'll have to read this long email. I thought it was only fair sending you a little bit more. The two main questions that I have after you read my email are, number 1, what strap should I put on my Daytona? And number 2, what do you think I need to grow my collection? And if so, in what direction should I go? Okay, let's have a look at this collection. Number 1, listed below are my watches in order of acquisition. Very, very cool indeed. Number 1, I was hit by the watch bug early. Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Lady Duet manual wind reference 266.14.20 in yellow gold. On a hunter green leather strap with a deployment buckle. The casual face is a white dial with scripted Arabic numerals, and the dress face is a mother of pearl with a row of diamonds flanking the top and bottom. My parents asked me what I wanted as a graduation present from university, and this was it. To me, this was the epitome of timeless, practical, and discreet luxury. I love the fact that it can be dressed up or down given the nature of the occasion. At the time, I thought I was a one-watch person, how little I knew back then, and with this in mind, I asked for this watch, and I couldn't be happier. This was my everyday watch, and I wore it regularly for 13 years straight, aside from a G-Shock Beta when needed. I can't argue with that. An 18K Lady Duet Reverso. Classy to a T. Next piece is a Rolex reference 279175. Rolex Lady Datejust 28 mil in ever rose gold. Fluted bezel, chocolate dial, indice markers, no diamonds, on a Jubilee bracelet. In January 2017, my elder brother and I thought we'd do something special and mark that particular time in our lives by buying watches together. We went to a dealer referred to by a trusted friend. I bought this at 15% discount from retail. I never thought I'd be a Rolex person. If anything, I actively ruled them out, with all the negative connotations associated with them and people who wear them. But I was wrong. I know the error of my ways. Life is more about balanced views than black and white positions. Holding the watch in my hand, I understood it was a thing of beauty and craftsmanship. The chocolate dial is a killer and complements my skin tone. I chose no diamonds as I thought it was flashy enough, especially since this was my first foray into the world of bracelet watches. I've worn it on a couple occasions, but I now feel it's too dressy for everyday use. I don't regret the purchase at all because life is all about making memories and it was fun shopping with my brother. So I return to my trusty ArchieLuxury Reverso and keep this for more formal occasions. Wow. Classy. Every woman needs a Datejust. Every woman needs. And I got to tell you, the women that I've gone out with, they understand. I mean, I always keep a couple of Rolex oysters on hand. I always keep a couple of ladies' oysters. I keep a couple on hand because I love the ladies who wear Rolex. I love them to wear a Rolex. That's what I like them to do. I like them to wear Rolex. Okay. Number 3. Wow, number 3. Rolex 118138. Day date, 36 mil in yellow gold, fluted bezel, cognac dial on a matching brown leather strap with deployment buckle. After buying the Lady Datejust, I knew I had to get another Rolex, but something that I could wear as an everyday watch. The watch bug emerged with a vengeance. I like the homage to the stellar dial of the 70s, and this watch fits the bill. I bought this piece again at a 15% discount off retail. I've got a small wrist, and with the changing times, women have been sizing up. Saying that, I find the 36 mil extremely comfortable. The cognac dial is to die for, and being on leather, it's more my cup of tea. I know a lot of people rule this piece out because it looks like an old man's watch in promo pics, but on the wrist, it's something to behold. This is my daily watch. Can't get better than that. And you know, Rolex at one stage tried to make 36 mil the lady size, and they trimmed it back a bit, but 36 mil day, how could you not love it? It is superb, absolutely superb. Number 4, holy cow. Rolex 116518, Daytona 40 mil in yellow gold, black dial, indice markers, pre-ceramic bezel, black leather strap, with oyster lock safety clasp. For my birthday in 2019, my elder brother gifted me his Daytona. This was the watch he bought when I bought my Lady Datejust. He also got the same discount at the dealer. While he's worn this a fair bit, it's still in mint condition. He's since bought a Rolex 116508 green dial, yellow gold Daytona with yellow gold full oyster bracelet, the real fuck off watch. Being the robust guy he is, he's more of a bracelet wearer. I know that I'm more of a leather strap wearer, and the generous fella that he is, he completely surprised me by gifting me his former Daytona. I never thought I'd have a Daytona in my collection. It's something else. I haven't worn it yet because I need to fit it with a new strap. I haven't decided what strap to get, whether I should go for leather or rubber, bright or neutral. It's also 40 mil, which is out of my comfort zone, but I've got to fit it with a comfortable strap because these things, as you rightly point out, have to be worn and loved, not kept in a box. I've thought of putting it on a bun strap to give it that vintage Paul Newman vibe, but maybe that's too much and might be uncomfortable. Archie, what do you suggest? Very, very interesting question here indeed. And what can I say? What can I say indeed? What do I suggest? Well, I think, look, you know, I've put a lot of straps. I've played around with a lot of straps. I love a good piece of leather or rubber. And I'd have to say, when all is said and done, I prefer the OEM straps. Okay? I really prefer, like when I've got a Patek, I prefer the original Patek strap. I've got a Zenith. I've got a Zenith. It just feels better on a proper Zenith strap. So my advice to you, would be go into the service center, or yeah, go into the service center, the Rolex service center. Don't go to an AD because they always try and put some margin on. They're all fucking slippery fuckers, especially in Hong Kong where money is their god. Go to the Rolex service center and say, hey, I'd like to get a replacement strap. You can also order smaller or larger straps, depending. You'd probably need the smaller. And I would just ask them what colors you've got there, and it's quite enjoyable to match it to the dial or to your own preference. So I would go and have a look. That's honestly what I would suggest. I think that's the coolest way to go about it. Number 5, this is the last watch, is a Casio G-Shock Gamma GMA S110CM matte green. This is my beta because, as you know, everyone needs a beta. I've had a few G-Shocks over the years. I'm not one of those collector enthusiasts, but that are into G-Shock Frogmans or limited editions, etc. But I do appreciate that you can't, that you can go to the arse end of the universe and these watches come out unscathed. Plus, you won't get held up for the watch that you're wearing or get that twinge if your watch gets scratched. I wear this watch when I go adventure sailing, hiking with the dog, and when I do errands. It's got all the necessary features, and I like the army green vibe. The only motto I have with Casio is no baby G's. So Archie, that's my collection. What do you think? What do I think? Okay, at present I'm very happy with it, and was a watch nerd. I love following horological developments. Saying that, I don't feel compelled to grow my collection at the moment. I feel quite happy to keep it as it is and abide my time until something really makes me want to pull the trigger. I've never felt the need to buy premium, and I'm more of a hoarder. I like my watches to retain their value as much as possible. I don't have the mindset of buying and flipping. I know you're all about the deal, but I feel more comfortable cultivating a relationship with a dealer, even though we know dealers are nasty C's, as you say. But trust is the most important thing to me, and cultivating a relationship allows for that. You've got to give a little to get a little and get on with life. The 36mm dial is really the sweet spot for me. While I'm willing to consider going maybe 2 or 3 mils larger, really 36 is where it's at for me. Now, before you say, I know steel sports is your mantra, but I just can't do it. I know their value for money and all the rest, but they look hideous on me. White metals look so jarring on me that's why I stay away from steel and white gold. And the same goes for two-tone. There's no point in buying a watch that I'll never wear. So really, I wear yellow gold. Yes, I probably sound like a snob now. However, I don't do jewelry watches because they're all gemmed up and flashy. I appreciate movement and utility. No quartz. No quartz. No quartz. Some watch brands that I really appreciate are Lorient Ferrier, FP Journe and Lange. The attention to detail and commitment to watchmaking for these brands are outstanding. I particularly like the little Lange 1 brown guilloche dial that came out in SIHH 2018. Yes, you probably sensed a theme. I like different shades of brown dials. What about Patek, you say? Well, to be honest, I find the ladies' range uninspiring. I know there's an awful lot of criteria I've outlined, but what do you think is next, if at all? And what strap should I put on the Daytona? Seeking the Watch Oracle's wisdom and looking forward to your review come what may. All the best, Rad. So firstly, Rad, thank you so much for coming to me for this review. That's a great honor to have a lovely lady who's hey, by the way, Rad, I do go to Singapore and Hong Kong a bit. I would love to catch up with you and chat watches. I gotta say, Rad, you've really nailed it. There's nothing wrong with having gold pieces. I like steel. admittedly, you know, I've got more of an olive flexion. I'm more wog and gypsy than a darker skin color. And for me, I really love. I'm also a clumsy fucker. Steel, it just is more to my price point. And also, I worry about the gold, but gold is beautiful. I must say, your collection there. Okay, we'll come back to the Daytona in a minute, but your collection is first rate. You can't miss a beat there. I would say ArchieLuxury Reverso Duo in yellow gold. Beautiful, classy, beautiful piece. That's really your high-end dress watch. You've got the 28mm Ever Rose. Amazing. That's a beautiful, beautiful watch. You've got a 36mm day date on a strap. Beautiful. And you've got a Daytona 40. Now, with the Daytona, just remember Elle Macpherson, the body, the supermodel, the Australian supermodel. She is a huge, huge Daytona fan. So don't ever think you can't pull off Daytona. So I would definitely, Daytona is super cool. So to answer your questions there, okay, let's jump straight in here and answer the questions. What strap should I put on the Daytona? And I got to tell you myself there, I'm just going to pull something out of my cupboard. I want to pull something out of my cupboard. And what I think you should do, this is what I would do. I would go, this is one of my ladies' watches. It's a Cartier Banois. I would go and pick out a strap. Go to the Rolex service center. Here's one here. This was actually a lady friend, and she really loved I would have said black, but she chose a very rich burgundy, which I got to tell you, it really works for this watch. So my advice to you, this is a Cartier Banois, would be to definitely go to Rolex service center and go through the colors, and I would pick an OEM strap. I don't know what it is. You know, I got my Patek is on a strap that's got actually a Patek extra long. It just fits amazingly. My ArchieLuxury Reverso, mine's a steel one. I couldn't afford the gold. I tried all sorts of, you know, independent straps. Didn't feel right. It feels better on the correct ArchieLuxury strap. And my Zenith, I've actually got two straps. I've got a rubber Zenith strap and a leather strap. And I got to tell you, the original straps just pop. So my advice to you would be go to the Rolex service center, sit down, and really enjoy the experience of picking a strap. That's what I would do. The next bit of advice I would give you too is to go to Champagne Court. That's in Kimberley and Nathan Roads. And Champagne Court has got a number of accessories shops there. Just go in. If you're around the back, there's a few dealers there who have, I actually wanted some links. This lady, actually a female dealer, I got a link for my Daytona and a link for my two-tone Submariner. Now she's also got OEM straps, so I would order one strap from Rolex, then I'd nip around to Champagne Court and see if they've got any. Sometimes they've got straps, extra straps for sale. Now they may be OEM and they may be non-original, but they sometimes have Rolex ones. Just see what they've got. It's always worth to have a couple of backup choices there. So that's what I'd do. It's fun. This is fun choosing the strap there. The strap, sometimes it's great to pick outlandish colors. It just is. So to to answer your first question, what strap? That's what I'd advise you to do. Go to Rolex, get one, and also go to Champagne Court and pick one. So question 2 is, do you think I need to grow my collection? And if so, what direction? Look, I think your collection is amazing. It really is amazing. You've got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful collection. Gold Reverso is gorgeous. Gold, Ever Rose Gold Ladies Datejust, gorgeous with the chocolate dial. 36mm yellow gold is gorgeous, cognac dial. Daytona, 40mm. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're all beautiful. Those are 4. The G-Shock, it's a beta. We don't include it, but 4 amazing watches. I gotta say, you know, in all honesty, there, I think you've got to go in what direction you like. What direction you like. I've got to be honest with you and say, you know, a lot of ladies hate mechanical, and it is sad that a lot of the mechanical watches, a lot of these big makers only did quartz. In fact, you know, before year 2000, Patek's entire ladies line, I think, was basically quartz. So, you know, like there's look, this here is a thing of beauty. This is a Cartier Banois. Okay, this is, I think it's Banois 1952. Unfortunately, it's a quartz. Yes, it is. It only comes in quartz, but it's just, it's 18 karat. It's a beautiful thing there. And I only let very special. Look, if I went to Hong Kong, honey, I would let you wear that. I would let you wear that. You're a very special girl. That's a beautiful, I love that piece. Look, for most ladies themselves there, I always suggest they have one steel, okay? And I mean, I got to be honest with you. The reason I've gone two-tone and not solid gold is I can't fucking afford it. That's the reason. I can't fucking afford the solid. See, that's my two-tone. The ladies love to wear that. I've just had that back from full overhaul and service. But I got to tell you, instead of having that ghastly G-Shock, I'd be inclined. This is a 79160. It's Oyster. It's a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Date. It's got smooth bezel, Oyster bracelet with Oyster clasp. I think that is just, I love it. I love it. 26mm, 26mm. This is reference 79160. It's an A serial number at 1999, year 2000 vintage. I love it. I think every lady, I think that's just such a cool thing. But hey, I understand what you're saying there. The other thing is, you know, I've often had ladies who love the chocolate box. See, this is an Omega Constellation. Da-da-da-da! And it's just quartz, just whack it on and wear. Got no dramas. And I understand, you know, I get it. I know what you're saying there. You prefer, what's in here? I get it. I get it completely. I do understand what you're saying. Look, I think a lot of ladies do like quartz. They love quartz because they are trouble free. They just wear them, you know. But I do respect your choices there. That's I can't argue with that. What do I think? I think you got a great collection. Interestingly enough, Patek Philippe, I got to be honest with you, I've been very disappointed. I had a lady's Patek 24. Okay, that's a $15,000 watch. And the Patek 24, beautiful black diamond dial with diamonds on the side of the case. It's really nicely done. And I took it to a watchmaker, and he he opened it up and it's got a plastic insert. You think, fuck, that's cheap. That's nasty, nasty. But I got to tell you, Patek has recently, in recent years, they've brought out a ladies' annual calendar, okay, and they've done a few ladies world time as well, which, funnily enough, were the men's 37 mil. That's what they were, because the men's sizes grew a bit, so they've it's kind of a bit sneaky how they did it. They just thought, oh, we'll just make it a bit girly, put a mother of pearl dial and change this, and we can make it feminine. You know, it's a bit sneaky, but it's still, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. They are really beautiful. So I would say to you, honestly, with your collection, I don't know if you desperately need something. I don't know if you desperately need something. The bang per buck, walking around Hong Kong with the dealers and that there, I've seen ladies' Calatrava. Again, they were quartz for about $4,000. You know, that's not terrible value. But if you hate quartz, it's no point. I would say, seriously, because you've got such a high caliber, these are not steel. These are fucking solid gold. For me, the Reverso is the epitome of style. That first Reverso is fucking beautiful. The only criticism of the Reverso is it's the waterproofing. You know, it's the waterproofing isn't there. I love Rolex having the waterproofing because in case you wash your hands, whatever you're doing, you don't get the watch damaged. The Lady 28 mil Ever Rose, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That is a fucking gorgeous piece. Then you've got the 36 mil. Hi guys, Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. Guys, I want to tell you, this is so important. Guys, I depend on my Patreon supporters. Just this week, I used my Patreon funds to get myself a fantastic, lightweight, gimbal travel camera. And I just want to say thank you. This was made possible because of my Patreons. The Patreons, they made this purchase possible. And it's, you know, a piece of equipment like this is $600, plus I need a few memory cards. It's such an expensive business. Guys, if you haven't sponsored me on Patreon, please do so. Look in the description for this video here. It'll tell you ways you can help me. Guys, help me stay full-time on YouTube making videos. By helping me on Patreon, you send a small amount each month to me to keep me enthused and making videos. I can buy equipment like this little gimbal camera. Guys, come on, help me a lot, help me very much so, because guys, I want your help. I need help to make quality content. And I got to be honest with you, if I didn't have your help, it's not going to be much good, guys. It's not going to be much good. I need your help to buy equipment and to do things. So guys, sponsor me on Patreon and I'll be here for you. That's right, I'll be here for you. Please guys, help me on Patreon. See you later. And then you've got the 36 mil, which is just absolutely gorgeous piece indeed there. I think on the leather strap, it's perfect ladies wristwatch there. And then the piece of a la de Resistance, the Daytona. Fuck, the Daytona is horny. That is a super watch. And the thing about the Daytona is that they themselves are slightly smaller than, say, a Submariner, or a they're smaller than a Submariner, or I'm just going to get my Daytona out. They're smaller profile than a Submariner or a GMT. And the interesting thing with the Daytona is when they were a plastic glass Daytona, a 4-digit reference, which is highly sought after, they were actually 19 mil bracelet ends. So technically, the Daytonas are slightly smaller scale than a Submariner or a GMT. So I think it's really perfect on a leather strap. It is such a cool cool, iconic watch. The other thing is too, Elle Macpherson, the body, the super model. She's a huge Daytona collector. So I think no problems at all. You can pull it off. Let's quickly wrap this baby up. This has gone on. This review has gone on. I know you paid $100, but this is $80. $80. Fuck, only $80, and I've gone on and on and on here. Look, I would have to say, in all honesty, there, great collection. What would I add? What would I add? I don't know if you need to add anything. You've got the Reverso Duo, perfect piece. You've got the 28mm Everose Ladies. You've got the 36mm Day Cognac dial, which is gorgeous. And you've got a Daytona. What else would I add there? Fuck. You know, the thing is, what would I add? What would I add? I don't think you need anything. The only thing I would do, maybe add a mid-size Oyster Perpetual. That's a stainless steel Oyster Perpetual for your beater. That's what all I would do. I would add I reckon a mid-size would be the way I would do that. I'd go mid-size, because throw that fucking Casio away, man. Throw the Casio away. That is a fucking dog turd. I mean, look, let's be honest there. This is how stupid it is. You're running around doing exercise to stay trim and taunt. But what happens if a bus hits you? You're going to die with a Casio on your wrist. You at least want the ambulance to try and hack off your Rolex. That goes without saying. So life is too short to wear a shitter. Give the Casio to the maid and buy yourself a mid-size steel Oyster Perpetual. That is what you need to do. Other than that, heavy-hitting gold fucking lovely collection. I go to Hong Kong a bit, Rad. I'd love to catch up with you. I'd love to see the watches. Let me know, and we'll see if we can arrange it. But what a fantastic collection, fantastic review. Man, it's good to see you loving your whist watches. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your fuckwit friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. Paid reviews keeps me on YouTube full time.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Pick a box, pick a box, pick a box, pick a box. What does your wristwatch box say about you? Let's have a look here. What do we got? Pick a box, pick a box, pick a box, pick a box, pick a box. Which one would you choose? Would you choose the big wooden boxes, the blue box, the green, or a red box, or a fancy box? Which box would you pick? Pick a box, pick a box, pick a box. Pick a box, fuckers. Which box would you pick?
It's better not to talk at all.